What's going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new video. This is your review for the Millwall 1, Leeds United 0. Yes, we lost 1-0 to Millwall. They're on a great run of form, though. That's what we got to put into it. And not only that, they play very well defensively. There was zero. We weren't scoring. I'm sorry, but after they scored, I said this on the watch along. There was zero chance of us scoring after they scored. I just could not see it. The closest thing we had, which was in the back of the net, was Pirro being offside, which he was offside, by the way. If it's the second touch, which I think was from Aronson. I think the second touch was from Aronson. It comes off him, and from that position, Pirro was in an offside position. Performance was not good. I mean, conceding the way we did, Melia booted it upfield. Not blaming Melia at all for this goal, but it's booted upfield. It's come back. Strauch's hand, Rodon or Strauch, I can't remember who. I think it might have been. I actually don't. I think it was Strauch. Strauch handballs it. They get the free kick. They whip it in. Well, they don't actually. They go short to the side, so they have the angle. They whip it over the top, and they do what they did basically the whole game. Win the first ball. It drops to Tanganga, and Tanganga puts it in the back of the net. I mean, them winning every single first ball, basically, from corners, from set pieces, so free kicks and corners. I mean, they were always going to do that throughout the game, and I always thought they were going to do that, and that's exactly what they did. Won the first ball, sometimes even won the second. They could have won the third, the fourth, the fifth. To be honest, I did not see us winning a header against them. I think they were great in the air. They were defensively solid like they always are, and they haven't lost from going in front since February, I think it was, the last time they lost from going 1-0 up, or being in front in a game, I think. Something like that. Being in front, I don't know, it was either 1-0 up or being in front. Something like that. They haven't lost since February. So once we went 1-0 down, I mean, it was already a tough test when it was 0-0, in my opinion. A very tough test to score when it was 0-0. But when it got to 1-0, it was just like they're going to shut up shop. And they were going to win the game from there. Performance-wise, is there anyone you can really talk about that had a good performance? I don't think anyone really did. I think Aronson was all right. Aronson was probably our only player that actually, did something. I mean, performance-wise, I mean, we'll go to the player ratings, but they're going to be pretty low, I feel like, in this one. Melia, I mean, the goal, I don't really blame him for, because I feel like you can say he's at blame for the trying to boot it out straight to Nonto out of everyone, but it's not really his fault. I mean, defensively poor from the set piece, and Tanganga puts in the back of the net. No, he was never going to say that, I don't think. It was a very difficult shot to save. I'm going to give him a 4.5, and I'm sorry, I said he didn't play bad. I'm giving him a 4.5. Gaden Bogle, I don't think was good today. There's going to be a ruthless ratings, actually, now that I think about it. I'm going to give him a 4. He wasn't good, in my opinion. Joe Rodon, I think, was decent. I don't think he was great either. I'm going to give him a 5. I think Rodon was all right today, but it was still not his best performance. Probably one of his worst performances of the season. Maybe you can say the worst performance. I don't think it was that bad, actually. No, it wasn't his worst performance, but it was up there with, like, the performances and not the good performances that he's had recently. Strauch, the same thing for me. Just going to give him a 5, a basic middle ground 5 as well. Because I don't think they did anything terribly wrong, but they also didn't do anything great. It's only like they had that medium game, a 5. Junior Firpo, I thought was good. I thought he actually had a decent performance. I'm going to give him a 6, because I thought he was actually somewhat good. Joe Rothwell, I mean, his set pieces actually weren't bad. His corners weren't bad. There was a couple chances we had. I mean, there was the one that I remember where Firpo just air swung at the ball almost, basically. But yeah, a couple of decent balls in from Rothwell that were chances. So I'm going to give him a 5.5. Thought he was all right today. Tanaka, I'm going to give a 6 because I thought he was all right. I don't think he was great today. Probably one of his lower performances of this since he's come in. Probably, actually, you could probably say it's his worst performance since he's come in, just because he's been great in every other game, I think. That I can remember. But yeah, just not great as well. So 6. Willie Nonto, in my opinion, was the worst player on the pitch. He holds the ball too much sometimes, and it's so frustrating. Like, sometimes he's the biggest hog. Like, he just holds the ball, and doesn't pass it all. Gonna give him a 4. Honestly, probably the lowest rating. Yes, the worst player on the pitch for us. I'm gonna give him a 4. Brendan Aronson, as I said, I thought was probably our best player. I'm actually gonna give him probably a 7. Because I actually thought maybe a 7 might be too high, but I just think he was our best player on the pitch. He was the one actually trying to create stuff. I think he was our best creative player out there. Did well, had a couple of shots early on. He had one where he could have scored, but he went straight to the keeper, But he got in dangerous positions and actually gave us a chance of scoring. Dan James, again, I thought he was all right today. Don't think he was bad. Gonna give him a 6. Thought he was good. Thought he had a decent performance, I think you could say, for that. In attack, I thought his crosses weren't the best. Some could have been a bit better, maybe. But at the end of the day, I'm not blaming him for any of this, because I think he was all right. I think he was one of our better performers in the team. Joel Pirro, invisible. I'm sorry, again, invisible. 4.5. I'm going to give him above Nonto because I thought he was still better than Nonto. But again, invisible Piro was. And yeah, I mean, performance-wise, we need to scratch this and move on to the next game, to be honest. I mean, you know, Tanganga took his goal well. Defensively sound Millwall, very difficult to break down. They're up to fifth now, so they're going to be pushing for, you know, playoffs at the end of the season. You know, they're fifth at the moment. They're playing very good football, Millwall, and they're a very difficult team to beat. That's now when they've won their last 4 games. You know, beating us, beating Burnley, so that's really pushed them up and said that, yeah, they're probably going to be a top 6 team at the end of the season. A very, very difficult team to break down. And they're a team that I see, if they continue this kind of form, I could see them winning the playoffs, to be honest. How defensive they are, how good at the back they are, especially if they go 1-0 up in games. I could see them being very dangerous in the playoffs. I know we're very early into the season, but the way they played was just a team that you could see getting promoted in that kind of way. I think they played well, and yeah, we just went up to it today at all, and I don't think we were good. Like they played very well defensively, but I don't think we were good at all as well. I thought we were poor. But yeah, we'll move on to the next game. If you guys like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Man of the match, I mean, is there a point? Aronson was our best player, so I guess him. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.